You look so festive. Nice to see you.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Uh-oh. Can you help us?
I did, yeah. I think that, I only know. I only packed you, sorry.
got on fire. Move up. Tienen que organizarlo rápido.
¿Listo? Matay.
What's she doing that going?
Matay. Arikata, Sushila, por favor, Sushila. Acércate. ¿Qué es eso que está ahí? Acércate, por favor. Echa los ojos.
I need to take my I asked for him to take care of his shilas and wash them. Bríncate para acá si quieres. The thing is, we have so many shilas, you know. Estas lávalas. Estas ustedes lávalas, ¿no? Y yo las entrego a quien sea. La mía es esta,
¿De
¿no?
Nicuña?
No, ahí están mezcladas. Esta es mía.
Raza que no. ¿Qué hago con ellos? Toma la chila.
No, escoja, agarre las que son suyas y lávelas bien.
Al Kunda ahí, ¿no? Voy a ver al Kunda.
Escógelas y las traes de regreso las que no
Sí, que me va a faltar un ojito, ¿no?
Raza, encárgate de las que brindaba Miracini. Toma, las saqué. Jálala porque mi dedo está mal.
Y ahora estas chilas.
Esas, lávelas y las trae de regreso y las devolvemos. Okay, let's just watch this now.
Voy al Kunda, voy a lavar al Kunda.
Okay, we should wash now all these shilas and that's it. And puya. Yes, but with these shilas only. Póngaselo un platito, Kishore.
Vrindavan lost her eye for one of the.
And my big governor.
Should be here. I'm washing them. Ayúdame a lavar las Kishore. ¿No tiene los dos ojos ahí? Karikata may have their eyes.
Es muy chiquito.
That's all that's going to come off.
Put them around now.
How many more devotees for bathing? Me. Okay, there's like 3, 4, 5 left. What? Prabhuji?
Yes, just put them there around.
Around or on top?
Or on top, but on top they're gonna fall probably.
So there's still 3, 4, 5 devotees for bathing.
Okay. Échale bastante agua así.
I told him.
Purnima, pasa la voz que los que traigan de regreso sus filas ya limpias. A Vayanti, Didi y a los que les di, Karikata, Nikunja, a todos los que... No, le dije...
Wash your hands already?
Wash them already? Pasamos otra posición. Póngase las puntas.
Somebody needs to wash their hands there at the door. I can't. Okay.
You have your shilas back?
Sure? Not in my eye. I got my shoes, but no eye. Sure? Not in my eye.
Karikata didn't have it, I put it there.
No, he had only his eyes, but not my eyes. Can I come in?
Hands clean?
Still has water. We need to wash. But we have so much more water. We need water. That's such an
You breathing?
Okay,
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
All right, your foot's in the way. Your foot is
Last chance for bathing. Last chance. Yes. And get así. Finish. Okay. Nada más para que no se escurra la...
Por eso es que... Bueno, así después de Está bueno se lo caben otra vez. Ahí antes de que hagan eso, que chequen si no hay ojos por ahí, porque se perdieron ojos.
Pero es que...
Un poquito más.
Seguro.
Okay.
Thing is, there's we hope to see one eye of the
Ya están todas las shilas aquí. All the shilas are back now. Última, te pedí un favor y no lo hiciste, ¿ok? Ven con Dayan y ven con los devotos a preguntar dónde están las shilas.
Yes.
Quítale el incienso a esa devota que se lo llevó y es para que lo ofrezcan aquí. Quítaselo. Pero aquí. ¿Para ofrecer a dónde? Aquí, pero los devotos mayores, pásenselo al incienso. Se pasan así en todo. Rápido.
Yeah, not so many people. Everyone should stay here and watch. The cows will get afraid if we all go over there.
One more time.
Okay, they just want the flowers.
They want to eat it.
They know they're hungry.
Good, good. These are more peaceful. Banana. Pears. Yeah, they don't like the peel. There's one in the corner.
They don't want brother. They don't like sweets.
No, that one banana.
Ah, only banana. You understand? I love bananas too, but too much bananas.
You like sweet?
Only banana.
You only like banana?
Also sweet.
¿verdad? ¿Ves?
Ну, она так вот будет так куча щебня, по-моему, как лежала.
Good accent and drop your nuts. Boils water, it burns.
Chakshuranmilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Mam Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namane Vanchakalpataribhascha Vasindabhyayevacha Putitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Off my humble obeisances and lotus feet of my beloved Diksha Guru, Nityalila Bhavishti Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and the lotus feet of my beloved Shiksha and Sannyas Guru, Rupanugavara Shri Srimad. Spasibo. All our Rupanuga Guru Varga offer obeisances to all Vaishnavas present, headed by all senior Vaishnavas and our Sannyasi Tridandi Sannyasi gang, Pujapad Padmanabh Maharaj, Pujapad Bhagavat Maharaj. So this is a family gathering. We're in, especially in Srila Gurudev's family, coming from Srila Prabhupada, and all our acharyas actually, all together. And we're here because they have a very, very, very special relationship with Sri Giriraj Govardhan. This is Braj. Real Braj Bhav. Pray that we can become qualified for that. Real Braj Bhav means no awe and reverence. Very, very soft, sweet, and affectionate mood. Deep, loving mood. So Gurudev came, we're so fortunate. Srila Prabhupada came to elevate us from the level of animals to people. And he gave us actually Sambandha Videya Prayojan in Krishna consciousness. And then Srila Gurudev came and very kindly explained actually what Srila Prabhupada had in mind. So Srila Gurudev used to bring us to Giriraj Govardhan. '96, I remember the magical parikrama with Gurudev. He was personally putting the. You were there? Yeah, you. Putting the baskets on our heads, and everyone's lined up, and you could see he transformed us into Braj buses. And as we walked forward, we could understand that we were moving through a magic curtain into a completely different dimension. And then he offered all the offerings, and we understood he'd offered us as well, everything. Everything. So this is going on, this is his pastime. Gurudev had very, very intimate, very close and loving relationship with Sri Giriraj Govardhan. He revealed, '96, he revealed that actually Giriraj Govardhan, sometimes he's Krishna himself. Krishna's lifting him, so he's not different from Krishna. And sometimes he's Haridasavarya. And Gurudev revealed that actually Giriraj is a manifestation from the heart of Srimati Radhika. Because in Madhurya Ras, Sri Radha and Krishna performing their very, very sweet and beautiful pastimes in the groves and in the caves. So Gurudev said, how can anyone in male form be like that? Be there. So Giriraj is such a wonderful servant in all rasas. So therefore Giriraj is the best of all servants, Hari. And how the Brajbasis are worshipping Sri Giriraj Govardhan, that we'll hear from other elevated Vaishnavas. No, from elevated Vaishnavas, not other. Hare Krishna. Samarani Didi, you can say something. Vrindavan.
She's worshipping Giriraj every day.
Some words.
You can say something about
Giriraj.
Brajbasis worshipping Giriraj.
She should sit somewhere.
She declined silently. She didn't even say no. Is there a seat, a chair?
I just,
Oh, this is not.
I don't know what you want to say.
I just talked about Gurudev and Giriraj. And then I said we'd hear about how Brajbasis worship Gurudev.
Oh.
So you may.
Om Jnana Tinanda Ranjana Sloka Chakshura Minamini Tasmai Shri Gurudev. First of all, let me offer my respectful obeisances, my heartfelt obeisances to my Diksha Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and to my Shiksha Guru, Srila Mani, and to all the seven devotees, to Giriraj Govardhana, Gandharvika Giriraj.
Come forward, move forward.
So I'm remembering some Harikatha that I heard from Bhaktivedanta Bharati Maharaj actually. One time we spent a few days at Govardhan with Bharati Maharaj. And he was talking about Sanatana Goswami's relationship with Giriraj. So here we have a Brajbasu, Sanatana Goswami. Who is he? He is the maidservant of Srimati Radharani, Labanga Manjari. And what was his worship of Govardhan? Every day he was doing parikama of Giriraj Govardhan. Every day. And so he was saying, so what kind of relationship did he have with Govardhan? What an intimate relationship he had. Doing parikama, but he was an intimate associate of Radha and Krishna. So why was he doing this? And Srila Gurudev himself has said in his Vilapa Kusumanjali, actually one of the main reasons...
We're just trying to turn on the mic.
No problem. Yes, no problem. Sorry.
No? Okay.
No,
Hare
it's
Krishna.
not. Don't worry. Wait, this is
Okay.
all family.
The receiver is here. You just have to speak kind of close to the mic. Close to your mic.
Okay. So, Srila Gurudev has also explained that
Closer.
Sanatana Goswami, he was just, he was praying that, oh, please, please, just bring me close. Bring me very close. Because actually he is already very close, but they're, as the six Goswamis, as in their Sadak form, they're showing the way for us, aspiring Rupanuga Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Because we cannot follow them in their Siddha form as Manjaris. We cannot do this. But we can follow them as Sadaks. We're following them. So in this line, following the six Goswamis, because we're aspiring Rupanuga Gaudiya Vaishnavas, he was showing that we do parikama of Govardhan and we pray. Please, like in Nijanikat Nivasa Dehi Govardhan Tvam, give me a place near you. Please give me a place near you. And please allow me to become the maidservant of Srimati Radharani, like this. But in Vilapa Kusumanjali, Srila Gurudev says one of the main reasons he was coming was he was coming actually to see Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was doing his bhajan at Radhakund under the guidance of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And so Sanatana Goswami would come every day to see Raghunath Das Goswami and to see how he was. And he's the one who, when he saw Raghunath Das Goswami deep in his meditation, and he was sitting by Radhakund, and two tigers came. And two tigers drank water from Radhakund and went away, and he was not even aware that the tigers had come. So for us, not that Raghunath Das Goswami needed a bhajan kutir really, but for us, he said, you must do your bhajan in a kund, bhajan kutir, like this. And so he built a kutir for Raghunath Das Goswami, like this. So this was Sanatana Goswami was famous for his intimate relationship with all the Brajbasis. He would go from village to village, around Govardhan, around all over Braj, and they loved him. They loved him so much. Because he was so friendly. He'd say, oh, how's your father? How's your grandfather? Oh, he's sick. Oh, just chant Hare Krishna. Somehow or other he was injecting this Krishna consciousness. And he would go from one village and then to the next village, and this village would be crying, the next one would be, oh, he's coming, like this. This is Sanatana Goswami. This is our Adi Guru. It's Rupa and Sanatana. We're following Rupa and Sanatana. They're actually the proprietors of Vrindavan. So when we're going around Govardhan, we're praying, please, Govardhan, give us entrance into Vrindavan. Give us entrance into the Leelas, service at the Leelas on your, how do you say it, in your kunjas, like this. And we pray, just let me make my Guru Seva, Vaishnav Seva, the center of my life. This is what we do. Because Guru Seva is the backbone of bhakti. We don't want anything else but Guru Seva. And Giriraj is Guru too, isn't it? So I once asked Gurudev, what is service to Vrindavan? What is service to Govardhan? What is Guru Seva? And he said, you have to remember that Vrindavan, Giriraj, they're persons. They're persons. And you remember that the trees is the hair standing on end, like this. And he said, and you have to remember the Leelas. Remember all the Leelas. And he told a nice Leela. He said, one time Radha and Krishna were sitting, and Vrinda Devi brought Radharani a lotus. And she said, what is a lotus? I don't know what a lotus is. I have no idea. So there was this Leela, because she was saying, I don't know what a lotus is. So like this, you remember all the sweet pastimes here. That is the Seva to Vrindavan. That's the Seva to Govardhan. That's your Guru Seva. Here, chant and remember the sweet pastimes of Radha and Krishna. And try and encourage others. Just like you see with Sanatana Goswami, he was encouraging everyone. He was the friend of all, isn't it? So this is like this. We don't think of ourselves. He was, every day, Sanatana Goswami, he would first do, I think this is how the order went, Vrindavan Parikrama, was it Mathura Parikrama and then Govardhan Parikrama? Or he did them all. Vrindavan, Govardhan, then Mathura. Okay, Vrindavan, oh yeah, he'd do Madhukari in Mathura, like this. So we try and, like this, become selfless. The only way we can actually please Guru, Gauranga, Vrindavan, Radha and Krishna, Giriraj is by becoming selfless, doing selfless Guru Seva. And whatever it is for each person, we know what it is. And on top of it all, it's chanting Hare Krishna, isn't it? And encouraging everyone else to chant Hare Krishna. Some may be managing, some may be singing, some may be distributing books, some may be lecturing. Doesn't matter. We're a team, aren't we? We're a team, all together. Nobody's more important than anyone else. No one is more important than anyone else. We're all equal, spirit souls. Gurudev said, I've come to take you all back together. So you have to learn to get along. You have to get, because I'm going to take you all back together, like that. So we're here trying to not just learn, we're aspiring Rupanugas and following Sanatana Goswami too, Raghunath Das Goswami. But it's not just the high spiritual, okay, I want to be a Manjari, I'm following Vallabhkas Manjari, I'm following Ukalika Valerie, but really where we're at is, when can I learn to follow Upadeshamrita? When can I learn to follow Manashiksha? When am I going to have the mood of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, like this? In my interpersonal dealings with everyone, when am I not going to be angry? When am I not going to be envious? How are we ever going to become a manjari, or have that revealed to us, until we have the basis, which is selfless service, permeated with affection, intimacy, your mind, mamata, like this. Not until we see Krishna is the center, Radha and Krishna are the center, and they are Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gurudev is their representative, whoever your Gurudev is, like this. And we're here to only please him with our words, our activities, our thoughts, our deep inner moods. This is service to Govardhan, service to Giriraj, service in the guidance of Sri Guru. We want him to be pleased with everything. You see? We should chant with a certain mood. Not just, okay, I'm chanting a lakh Hare Krishna. No. The mood is the most important thing. Oh, please let me have this selfless. That is a selfless service attitude is the essence of Brajbasi love. They're selfless. God, they only want Krishna to be happy. Whether they're suffering doesn't matter. Isn't it Radharani Asli Shiva Padaratam? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, the last chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Radharani, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is revealing Radharani's mood. If my suffering is your happiness, Krishna, that is my greatest happiness. When are we going to have this kind of mood? Oh, Gurudev, even if I'm suffering, if you're happy, that is my greatest happiness. This is what will get us entrance into Vrindavan, entrance at the feet of Govardhan, staying at Radhakund, staying with Radha and Krishna. Not until we have this. It starts here in Gaur Leela. We're in Gaur Leela. At the feet of our Guru, at the feet of Mahaprabhu, doing our sadhan bhajan for their pleasure, doing our preaching for their pleasure. We don't care if we're suffering. When are we going to have like this? We're willing to give up our own sense gratification. And we just give this is Srila Prabhupada, this is Srila Gurudev, Srila Bharati, all these exalted souls, they gave their life every second to Guru Seva. And they suffered. Of course, they aren't suffering the way we do, but it appears like they are. They set the example for us, isn't it? How many of us could cross the ocean like Srila Prabhupada did? On a ship. Oh, I have to stop now. He told me to stop.
You have to lift that little bag.
Agyanatimirandasya Dhyananjana Sulakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukhaṁ Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarine. I want the songbook. Can I borrow anything? This one. 318. We used to come here since 1993, 4, 5, 6, 7 with buses, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Staying in Nandagan, Varshana, in one room with Gurudev and in the middle of the curtain. One time, one side Radhakund, one side Shyamagund, with Pujapatri Vikram Maharaj. So beautiful memories. So when we did this Govardhan Puja with Srila Gurudev, then he asked us to repeat after the puja was done one beautiful prayer. And I'm going to repeat that, and that is my sharing with all of you. In Govardhan Astakam, Pramada Madana Lila Kandare Kandare Te Rasayati Navayunor Dvanvam Asmin Amandam Itikila Kalanartam Laknakastadvayarme Nijanikatanivasam Dehi Govardhanatham. The youthful divine couple perform delightful, amorous pastimes within each and every one of your caves, O Govardhan. Thus, since you facilitate the witnessing of their leelas, O Giriraj, please give us residence by your side. Yeah. When we used to recite this prayer, then Gurudev said, Giriraj, he won't listen to you. Yeah, you remember? But he is bound to listen to me, he says. Yeah. Why? Because both Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, all our illustrious Guru Varga, they are residents here in Sri Giriraj, at the lotus feet of Giriraj Govardhan. When I received initiation from Srila Gurudev, he told me, Bhajanath, I have arranged everything for you. That is Kusum Sarovar near Radhakunda, your seva, everything is ready. I'm waiting for you. And I feel this is what they are doing. They're waiting for us. And we are roaming in this world, and very happily we are, doing, isn't it? Our lila, whatever it is. Yeah. But they are waiting, and they don't stop waiting. They are calling us. Raghunadas Goswami, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, all Sanatana, what we just heard, Sanatana Goswami Pad. What would he say? Like Srimati Vrindavan Vilasini is sharing. He would tell everyone, any problem? Just do parikram of Giriraj and all your problems. Yeah. So when we chanted this prayer, Gurudev said, I will chant this prayer, and he was actually chanting in such a beautiful and such bhavuk mood. And then Gurudev said, oh Giriraj, please give all of them who are here. Yeah. That is called Radha Dasham. Yeah. Let them come here and engage in this beautiful festival of rasa, which is eternally going on, and we are just perceiving very little, but anyhow it is coming. It is rubbing off on us. So I wanted to share this beautiful lila, and those of us who were present at that time, we're in, but we want all of you, And I'm sure, I have no doubt, that Srila Gurudev is blessing all of you. Why? Because they are not like us. They are eternal persons. They are perfect. They are alive. We are dead. We are identifying with dead matter, and they are identifying with reality, eternal, perfect. And the perfection is to be here in Govardhan, and even more, there in Radhakunda and Shyamakunda. So that is their residence. Srila Prabhupada made it very clear. In the end, he wanted to go to Giriraj, Govardhan, and he wanted all the devotees to come with him. And he was ready to circumambulate like Brajavasis. That was the time of Giriraj Anukut festival in bullock cart. So we pray to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, all our Guru Parampara, all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, to bless me. And I think all of us, we need that blessing. But especially me, I am in bad situation. Wretched, fallen, anarthas, everything. Conditioned by the jiv. But we will continue to come here, year after year. And not only that, reside here and pray and come and receive the blessings of Giriraj. Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Guru Parampara ki jai, Nitai Go Premanande.
Gurve Guru Chandraya Radhikaya Tadale, Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namo. Ukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langate Giring Yakripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurung Dinatarinam. So, I remember every year we would come with Srila Gurudev to Giriraj, and Srila Gurudev would, on this day, perform the offering ceremony, Anukut Mahamahotsava. And as we would carry everything on our heads, actually, as Maharaj previously mentioned, Gurudev personally was placing the baskets on our heads. And especially for the ladies, they required something heavier, big pots full of yogurt and milk and everything. And Gurudev would place that on their heads as well. And one time, one devotee thought, let me get in between and try to help Gurudev. And he disturbed Gurudev's mood, and Gurudev was like, pushed him out of the way very heavily. And he went back very carefully, putting the pots on their heads and sending them to Giriraj. And then when we all came to Govardhan, there Gurudev would be performing the puja and the offering. And he would chant this prayer that Brajanath Prabhu just chanted. And then Gurudev would tell us at a certain point when he was making the offering, he would say, now state your own names. And all of the devotees would call out their own names and the names of their friends and family members from around the world. And Gurudev would offer not only the bhog, but this bhog means our energy, all of us, to Giriraj. We were across from Modi Bhavan, and there we had to walk up onto Giriraj. We were trying to avoid stepping on the Giriraj Shilas. Gurudev told us, you are not qualified to walk here, but you are coming under my direction. Therefore, I'm taking responsibility for all of you. So Gurudev would bring us there, take responsibility for us, and then offer us with all of the paraphernalia to Giriraj. And then he would pray on behalf of all of us that may we all develop unprecedented love, praying for Radha and Krishna. And then he would say, especially leaning toward Srimati Radhika. So Gurudev would give us a very specific prayer. Srila Rupa Goswami, in the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th verses of Sri Upadeshamrita, in the 8th verse he says that we should reside in Vrindavan under the guidance of any Anuragi Vaishnava, any Vaishnava whose heart is overflowing with love and affection. But in the next verse it says, where in Vrindavan? It shows us a transcendental condensation of rasa and ecstasy. Vaikuntaj Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsavad Vrindaranyam Udarapani Ramanat Tatrapi Govardhana Radha Kunda. So in Govardhan, in Radha Kunda, this is the goal of all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, that we can serve Radha and Krishna's pastimes at this place in Govardhan, at Radha Kunda. Srila Gurudev explained that there's more Aishvarya, more opulence in one particle of dust of Vrindavan than in all of the Vaikuntha planets combined. And he said at Radha Kunda there's more Aishvarya in one particle of dust than in all of Braj combined. This means not only, it's not material, it's transcendental Aishvarya. The opulence. What is the opulence of Braj? It is the prem, the love and affection of the Brajabasis. So the greatest place of love and affection, which completely captivates and controls the mind and heart of Krishna, that is found at Govardhan and at Radha Kunda. And the last two verses of Upadeshamrita tell us, you find me that one person, that one intelligent person who would not want to reside at the foot of Giriraj on the bank of Radha Kund. You find me an intelligent person who doesn't want to do that. In other words, if that is not your goal, then you're not intelligent. So Rupa Goswami and all of our Guru Parampara are bringing us here and offering us to Giriraj. So I will stop here. I want to hear a little bit about Giriraj or Govardhan Leela. Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
It's your tree, Devi?
No, it's enough.
We need to keep it
Oh,
tight.
yeah, the timing.
Just tell some, yeah, get it out of the...
We have only 1.5 hours more.
We lose,
No.
we lose track of time here in
When
Govardhan.
I start speaking, we forget time.
Kishore will remind.
Cartel's in a clock.
5. Good, 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Gurun dinataranam Vancha kalpaturubhascha kripa sindhubhevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Everyone, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindai Tulsi Debai Priyai Keshavasyacha Diprade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. I'm paying my Dandavat pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Gurudev Nitya Leela Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Tarasata Sri Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Then I'm paying my unlimited Dandavat pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Siksha Gurudevs Nitya Leela Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Tarasata Sri Srimad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Leela Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Tarasata Sri Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. My Dandavat pranams to all my Siksha Guru Varga, to all my Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga. My Dandavat pranams to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis headed by all the senior Vaishnavas here present. How lucky we are. Huh? You can think about yourself being here. We all have our own story. How we ended up here. How we ended up at the lotus feet of our Gurudevs, and then how they brought us here. This is the destination, actually. As Kishore Mahaprabhu was quoting, Rupa Goswami is told, this is the ultimate destination for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, for those who are aspiring for the eternal service in Braj of the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, in the Gana of Lalita Devi, and in the Gana of Shri Rupa Manjari. This is the ultimate aspiration of our Guru Parampara. We are very low and fallen, at least I am. And how will we ever be able to approach that destination if we don't get their mercy? A lot of mercy. So one of the ways that we get their mercy is we follow their instructions, right? If we don't follow their instructions, we cannot really expect. Still, they're merciful, and they can also chastise. But they want to bring us here. That's why all these books have been written. That's why Raghunath Das Goswami has written the Manasiksha. Rupa Goswami has written Upadeshamrita. Sri Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjvala Nilamani, Vidagdha Madhava, Lalita Madhava, all these Rasa Shastras, they are for us, actually. One day, we will have to read them. Gurudev told that one day, you will all have to do the bhajan that Raghunath Das Goswami has done. That was a bit of a shocking statement at the time. I'll have to do that? If anybody has heard of the bhajan of Raghunath Das Goswami on the banks of Radha Kunda, weeping and crying, heart melting, non-stop, always. He was so much weeping in separation mood. Then finally, when Rupa Goswami wrote the Dan Keli Kaumudi, and he read the pastimes of the joking of Radha and Krishna and the Sakhis when Krishna tried to stop them here at Dan Gati, and he became so overwhelmed in that rasa, then he began to laugh. And then Rupa Goswami was happy to see, because Raghunath Das Goswami was always drowning in an ocean of tears and separation. We hear about this. We have heard so many times about this. But we have to understand that's where we need to go from where we are now. And therefore, whatever level we're on, we're all on different levels. And we're all mainly on beginning levels. But whatever level we're on in this life, we'll have to move forward. So therefore, Srila Gurudev, he is the one, we've heard this from every speaker, how Srila Gurudev particularly has brought the whole world here. He encouraged in his travels all throughout the world, come to Vrindavan, come to Braj Mandala, come to Kartik Vraj Mandala Parikrama like this. And I remember when we, in the early days, as Brajanath Prabhu told, we would actually live in different parts of Braj, because our group was much smaller then, and we would stay in different dharmashalas, sometimes 6, 7 different locations. And then when Gurudev's temple here was built, then mostly we stayed in Vrindavan and here, like doing now, and going out from here. But I remember when we eventually arrived in Govardhan, which was like the latter part, after Varshana, after Nandagaon, after Kamyavan, after so many places. And then Gurudev said, actually, this is the highest place in Braj, Govardhan. And especially the reason why it is the highest place, because Shyama Kund and Radha Kund are here. That is the final highest place. Radha and Krishna's Madhyan Leela, every day in Shyama Kund and Radha Kund, going on eternally, Nitya Leela. So the Govardhan pastimes of Krishna are multifarious. The highest pastimes are performed here. Even in Ras Leela, we have the Sharadiya Rasa, as described in Srimad Bhagavatam, the first rasa dance when Krishna called the gopis. But here is Vasanti Ras, and Vasanti Ras even higher. And our acharyas have utilized that praman, that proof, that the supreme position is held by no one other than Srimati Radharani. Why? Jayadev Goswami has written, and the praman is utilized by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Chaitanya Charitamrita, that when she left the Ras, at that time Krishna could not relish. All the level of the Ras had gone down, even though there were billions of gopis, highly qualified. But without Radha there, Krishna could not become absorbed in rasa. How we can conceive of this, the position of Radha and Krishna and their leelas and their associates. So we begin, as told, from Upadeshamrita, and gradually we become qualified one day to have attraction, to have some even little bit of greed and lobha. I want this, I want this. And then we begin to practice, as Raghunath Das Goswami has told in Manasiksha, Guru Goshte, Goshtalaishu, Sujane Bhushuragane, Swamantre Sri Namni, Vraja Nava Yuva Dvanva Sharane, Sadadambam Hitva Kururatim Apurvam Atitaram, Aye Swantar Bratak, Abhiyache Dritapada. So here he's praying to the mind, that my dear brother mind, I'm falling at your feet, and I'm holding on to your feet, that you please develop rati. But before you can do that, sadadambam hidva, you have to give up all pride. And what is that? That means any identification with the false and the temporary material attachments of this body and everything connected with this body. That is all pride, false ego, false pride. So giving that up, my dear mind, you please develop a purva rati, unprecedented affection and rati. For who? First of all, Guru, for Sri Guru. Then for Goshte, this dham, the Goshta, where Krishna performed his pastimes with the Brijbasis. Then Goshtalaishu, the eternal associates of Radha and Krishna who eternally live in Braj with these pastimes. Sujane Bhushuragane, also Madhyam Adhikaris, even from other sampradayas. Then the Brahmanas, the Pandas, those who are looking after the Dham and those places. Swamantre, mantra that we have been given by Sri Guru, our Gayatri mantras. Sri Namni, and transcendental Harinam. Vraja Navayuva Dvanva Sharane. and the divine shelter of the lotus feet of the beautiful youthful couple of Braj, Radha and Krishna. O mind, develop a purva rati for this. That's why we come here. And you know, even if we don't understand, Gurudev used to say, you may not understand what is happening. He would tell us toward the end of Kartik, all the devotees were feeling sometimes like, how will I ever be able to have this, to attain this? And then Gurudev looked out at everyone and he said, actually, you cannot see what is happening, but we can see. And therefore, you should know that what is coming into your heart, all of these impressions, they must come. They must increase in the future. They will bring you here to Braj. So Gurudev planted those impressions in the hearts of the devotees all over the world. And now we see some devotees, for some time, kept distance, but now they have to come. They must come. Because this is our destination, this is our final home. So where Sri Krishna sported here at Govardhan, this is the transcendental playground of the divine couple, and all the cows and the cowherd boys, all the Brijbasis, and this beautiful pastime of the Govardhan Dharana Leela. Why Krishna performed this pastime? Many reasons, many reasons. But Krishna's pastimes are for relishing rasa. This is the main purpose. And Krishna now, he wanted to relish very special rasas. So therefore, he caused, he was the catalyst to cause this dissatisfaction and anger, upset of Indradev, who became very puffed up. But then Krishna came and asked Nanda Maharaj, what are you doing? They were gathering together just like today. We gathered all these articles, this and that, and cooking and everything happening. Then there was a whole conversation where Krishna, after hearing from Nanda Maharaj that they're going to worship Indra, then Krishna gave all the arguments. Oh, no. This is not necessary at all. Actually, everybody is simply dependent on karma. Even the demigods, they cannot give anything unless they are depending on karma. So our karma, our work, is that we are Vaishyas. And the Vaishyas have 4 activities. One of them is herding cows and protecting cows. That is our main activity. So therefore, who makes the arrangements for us to go on with our work, to go on with our worship of the Lord? Oh, this Giriraj Govardhan, chief of all others, he is making this arrangement for us, and therefore we should worship Giriraj Govardhan and give up the worship of this useless Indra. His position is as significant as the teats on the neck of a goat. You cannot get milk from that. Yeah, did you ever see Indra when you perform the Indra Puja? Have you seen him? No, we haven't seen him. But Giriraj, he will reveal to you. And then I'm trying to condense this. So then he said, okay, now all the paraphernalia, you should take this and you should worship Giriraj Govardhan. And then so all the Brijbasis became very enthusiastic, and Krishna became the head priest. And just like we had our priests here today and offering and organizing everything, Krishna directed. And then they took all of the offerings and then they offered to Giriraj. And then what happened? Giriraj personally appeared on the top of the mountain, and he was as big as a mountain. And all the Brijvasis said, oh, look, it's Krishna in a big form. There's Krishna in the big form, and now here's Krishna in the little form. And then Krishna, he bowed down to Giriraj, and all the Brijvasis bowed down, and they requested Giriraj to accept all of these offerings. And what did Giriraj do? He stretched out, it says in the Bhagavatam, millions of hands. And not only here, not only where they were offering, even far away at different villages, and even far away in Mathura. He was taking all the offerings of everyone. And then Giriraj said, what did he say? Anure! Anure! Bring more! And then Krishna and the Brijvasis said, we are just poor cowherd people. Oh, Giriraj, we've given you everything. You please be satisfied. And then Giriraj stretched out his arms and took water from Manasi Ganga. And he drank to his full satisfaction. And then he belched. And he said, Triptos me, I'm satisfied. And then he organized that all the Mahaprasadam should be fed to the brahmanas and to the cows and even to low-grade creatures like the dogs and even the dog eaters. All these different categories in Braj, they should all be given Mahaprasadam. And then Krishna said, now we will all circumambulate. And then they had a huge procession. We can just imagine millions, actually, of Brajvasis, gopis, gopas, cows, and they had their bullock carts. And all the gopis were sitting beautifully on the bullock carts and chanting and spontaneously making up songs, glorifying Krishna in this wonderful Leela. And then they went all the way around Giriraj Govardhan and held a huge festival with singing and dancing. But what did Indra do? Indra thought, who is this little cowherd boy, ignorant person, just from a cowherd caste? He has no knowledge, no education, and they're listening to him and giving up my worship? I will finish them, I will destroy them. Then he called up Samvartaka, the cloud of the devastation that is called for the devastation of the universe, and Samvartaka went immediately to Braj, and Indra followed on his elephant carrier with all of his weaponry, of all of his thunderbolts. And then they started to pour inundations. It's described. It was like thick sheets and pillars of water and even ice. And it was so huge that it was covering everywhere. You couldn't even tell where's the high ground, where's the low ground. And then everyone became very much perturbed, and they all approached Krishna. And the cows were trying to shield their calves, and it was so heavy inundation. And when they came to Krishna, they understood, Garga Muni has told that, Krishna will always protect. So then they said, Krishna, please protect us. And Krishna said, very simple. And he went to the side of Giriraj, and like a child lifts up a mushroom with his left hand, he lifted up Giriraj Govardhan, and then he said, okay, now all of you can come underneath. Giriraj will protect us. Just see how Giriraj will protect us. Then Krishna invited all the cows, all the cowherd men, everyone, and they were wondering, how will it be possible that we can all fit underneath Giriraj? And then Krishna said, no, Giriraj will expand. And he expanded to 32 miles in circumference. Giriraj expanded. It's also described in Ananda Vrindavan Champu that Giriraj provided, there's not just you would expect just some dirt there. No. Beautiful sitting places, lush fields of grass. Everything was provided by Giriraj. And then all the Brajvasis very happily came underneath. And then Indra was pounding and pounding. And Krishna was holding up Giriraj. With what hand? The left hand. Which finger of the left hand? The left finger, pinky finger. And why was he holding on his pinky finger? Because Srimati Radhika is always at Krishna's left side and closest to his heart, and that was the leftmost position of his body. And Srimati Radhika and all the gopis were standing nearby, and really this is the reason why especially Krishna performed this Govardhan Leela, so that 7 days, 7 nights, all the Brajvasis can look at Krishna and relish. They don't even know that the time is passing. It's described that it's felt like to them 24 minutes only. 24 minutes, 7 days, 7 nights. And then all the Brajvasis, they were singing and dancing, and they were having parties, and it was a grand festival. And also the gopis, they were relishing Krishna's beautiful form, and Krishna was glancing at them. And sometimes when Krishna would glance at Srimati Radhika, then all of a sudden his arm would begin to tremble in the whole mountain. And it's described that actually Nanda Maharaj and, Subal, I was just reading yesterday, that they actually held up the hill for a few moments. That was their mood. So Krishna allowed. So in this way, this festival went on for 7 days, and Indra was trying with all of his power. But actually, every thunderbolt that struck Giriraj was a beautiful sensation, like being massaged. And even it was described that nothing in Braj could be harmed. Not one little leaf could be harmed by all of that inundation. So finally, he realized, Indra said, okay, I've been defeated, and he left. And then Krishna said, okay, now everyone can come out. And when they came out, it was beautiful, sun was shining, and everybody surrounded. When Krishna placed the hill back, everybody surrounded Krishna, and they all reciprocated with Krishna according to their personal relationships. Those who are equal, those who are junior, those who are senior, all in their own loving, affectionate ways. And in this way, Krishna's Govardhan Dharana Leela took place. After this, the cowherd men, they were wondering, who is this Krishna? We've seen all of his childhood he's done. We used to do a little skit. and Nemi Maharaj would play Nanda Maharaj, I think you would play Nanda Maharaj. Vaikanas Maharaj, what part did you play? Yeah. And anyway, because I'm trying to shorten this, they had a quick conversation. They were trying to insinuate that, Nanda Maharaj, it seems like Krishna probably, maybe he's even Lord Narayan himself. And then Gurudev says that Nanda Maharaj just started laughing. And he said, ho, just see, this colloquial saying that the cowherd men, they only get their milk teeth when they're about 80 years old. Now I'm seeing this to be true. All of you, you're supposed to be grown up and mature, but yet you can't even see? This boy, you're trying to say that he's Narayan? Oh, does Narayan, when he's hungry, does he start kicking his legs and arms and saying, I want makan and roti? Does Narayan go around stealing everywhere? And he gave so many examples like this. And then finally all the cowherd men said, yeah, that's true. Oh, that's ridiculous. Krishna could be Lord Narayan. And in this way, they gave up the idea. And later on, Indradev came and approached Krishna one day where Govinda Kund is here in Govardhan. And Indra came with Surabhi from the heavenly planets and also his elephant carrier. And he apologized to Krishna and fell at Krishna's lotus feet, placed his golden crown there, and he offered so many prayers. He was very fearful, actually. He had so much fear because he had committed such a great offense. But Krishna, he forgave him, and he said, in the future, you should not become overwhelmed like this anymore. And then Indra, he wanted to glorify Krishna as the absolute supreme Lord, controller of all, worshipable by all. And then he christened, they performed Abhishek, and he christened Krishna with the name Govinda. So in this way, Indra returned to the heavenly planets, and all the Vrijvasis continued in their relishing and tasting transcendental Braj Ras with Krishna here in Giriraj Govardhana ki jai. Giriraj Govardhana ki jai. Giriraj Annakut Mahamahotsava ki jai. Giriraj Mahaprasada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sandubhe. Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Giriraj Maharaj! Jai Ho! Jai!
Over there. Make rows over here.